Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Hypovolemia with Arturio Emerys. Now, this may look somewhat familiar and yet very different. So what happened was, I had noticed that as I was playing, I was finding myself reluctant to actually edit the video that I had. I've recorded something like 20 episodes, and I've got 9 of them edited. 8 of them are on YouTube right now, and one of them is scheduled to be released on Tuesday. And I was trying to figure out why I was so reluctant to edit the video and why I was so reluctant to put them out there. I was really kind of forcing myself to do it, and I was realizing I was very displeased with how I had progressed through the pack up until now. And this is something that happens to me every now and again, especially if I'm playing a mod pack, and if it's something that I haven't played before, the first couple of playthroughs through, I'll start and then I'll decide, well, I didn't really like my progression, so I'll start over. And that's what I did with Galactic Science, but I actually played through Galactic Science 4 or 5 times before I played on the community server with Caithleen and Smash Keys and Raytac and the other folks. And that was the point where I decided to start recording video for YouTube. So my Galactic Science series, I had been through the pack several times, and I kind of knew the ins and outs of it pretty well before I started recording. That wasn't the case with Hypovolemia. I played a little bit before I started recording, an hour or two's worth, and then I restarted the world, and that was when I started recording. And it was okay for a while, but as I've been playing and as I've learned stuff and watching the comments on YouTube of, hey, you could have done this, hey, you could have done that, that has kind of built up in me a feeling that, I really kind of did this wrong. And so I think that's what led to my feelings of not wanting to record stuff. So what I've done, this is the same world. I just had it recreate the world as a fresh world. And where I'm looking at off in the distance right now is where my original base was. And that was an okay spot. And over here, I decided to come over here because it also has a great big ocean. And it just kind of juts out into it a little bit. So I thought this would be a little easier starting location. Today is Sunday, and I started playing this yesterday, and so I have, I don't know, maybe on the weekends I play a lot. So I have somewhere around 10 or 12 hours into this so far. And that may sound like a lot, but it's really not. Some of the early game stuff is pretty boring, like the seed generation, which a lot of this we already saw in my first run through. But some of the things that I did differently is, first of all, since now I know how this works, I set this up initially knowing how it works. So that's been beneficial. I also really kind of tried to limit the seed work I did to what I just absolutely had to have. And you really kind of have to have the earth, air, water, and fire. You really need coal, and you really need a food source. And other than that, you can progress without getting every other seed to 10, 10, 10. So the ones that are over here are 10, 10, 10. The ones that are over here are not. These are still in development. Some of these are close. Here, let me turn this back on now. Some of these are about halfway. And, but what I found, let's look at the quest book, is one thing that I did do is I did every last one of these quests, okay? And a lot of these early ones you can do pretty quickly. Like in the first hour, you ought to be able to do all of these maybe up through the tree. The clay you need to do later because you need the fire and water essence, or I'm sorry, the earth and water essence. Some of these you can't do until you have some iron. You have to have at least one ore berry, iron ore berry. But there's a lot of this stuff you can do very, very quickly. And what I found is that, I didn't worry so much about advancing my altar, because if you're not really making seeds, you don't necessarily need it that much. You need it for the wood. And with this setup, you can kind of do that semi-automatically. Do I have an axe? I think I have an axe put away. Give me 1 second here. Where's my axe? Maybe I don't have an axe. No, I don't have an axe. And I don't have my caster set up, so all right. Let me just punch a couple of these and I'll just kind of demonstrate this real quick. All right, so you just get you some wood, throw the splinters in here. These item translocators will automatically feed the diviners, and you can see how quickly that actually did them. Now, this part isn't working for some reason. I don't understand why. It should be drawing from this diviner and emptying here, but for some reason it's not. And then this is just a visual glitch. Those are not actually there. So this has been helpful when I need seeds, or I'm sorry, when I need sticks and wood and things like that. Let me just put that away. But I'm just right on the verge of, this is where the altar is going to be. And I've just started setting up all of this, and just before I started recording, I had finished up this quest line here, and these are not bad if you have at least a supply of iron from the oreberry bushes, and you have a little bit of redstone. It doesn't take a lot of redstone. It takes a fair amount of redstone to make this one. You need 8 redstone blocks. But if you have that, you make that with sand and a bucket of lava. If you have the ability to make all that, once you make the dynamos, the rest of this stuff is pretty quick. And in my previous videos, I showed how you go through all of these and make these. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the pump set up. I already have the pump down there, and I ran out of something. What was it I ran out of? I need... okay, I ran out of the pipe that you need to feed the blood back to the blood dynamos. So do I have buckets on me? I don't have buckets. Let me see if I have some somewhere. Yeah, I've got a few. So the mechanical pipe, the basic mechanical pipe, you need steel and buckets. And I'm going to grab a little bit more of that. And I need carbon. I'm not sure if there's carbon down in the metallurgic infuser, I think it's called. So let me just grab some carbon. Is that all of it? Yeah, that's all of it. Oh, it's getting dark. Okay, let me sleep real quick. And now let's go down. All right, so this is where my pump is going to be. And thank you, Sunseal, for telling me how to use the configurator to rotate these. And here's the metallurgic infuser. It does not have any carbon in it. So let me just put a little bit in there. and I'll put a little bit of iron, and that'll make the enriched iron, and then I'll put it in again, and that'll make the steel. All right, I need a crafting bench somewhere. Let's put it there. Make a little more coal. Did my system run out of power, or did it finish? Nope, ran out of power. Okay, so let me grab some blood. And grab some more. Just fill up these dynamos. Or at least get some blood in there. They don't have to be full. And I only have one lever, and I don't have any cobblestone. I have to go make a lever. Actually, I could steal this one. What I did, is that going to be a problem? No, that's not going to be a problem. Okay. I put that lever there to keep these from drawing trickle power. There they are. Okay. So the dynamos have to have some type of redstone signal to turn them on. Oop. Yeah, they don't really have an interface, so you can't... maybe with the configurator there's a way to adjust them, but I don't know how to do that. All right, so the pump down there is actually now pumping blood. So if I just had a few more mechanical pipes, I could hook the dynamos up, and it would be a self-sustaining thing. All right, put those back in. And let's see, is there enough? Yeah, there's enough carbon in there. I forgot this comes out as dust. I'm going to have to go throw this back in a furnace. Okay, but while we wait, so this was fairly typical of my progress with Galactic Science 2. The first playthrough, I did a lot of things wrong. I was very slow in a lot of things that I did. The second time around, I made some improvements. I did things faster, and you know, each time I progressed through the pack as I learned the specific technology and got better at it, I went through the pack faster and faster each time. Up until the point where we played on the community server, we really kind of solved the pack in a week. So, but we got to Mars in like 12 hours. So maybe it wasn't even a week, maybe it was just a couple of days. I have trouble remembering now. It's been 3 months. All right, make this steel. Now that right there, that's enough to do it, because this will give me 8, but I'm going to make one more because I'm not sure if 8's going to be enough. I don't want to get down there and discover, wow, I should have made 2 of these. Okay, basic mechanical pipe. All right. All right, there we go. Now it'll drain blood out of the pipe, which will automatically feed the dynamos. And they are now pumping blood to that altar. Perfect. All right, let's see. I can put this stuff back in here and clean out my inventory a little bit. There we go. So now I've got a blood pump set up. And it's feeding an altar. It's only, at this moment, it literally is only a tier 1 altar. But it's not going to stay a tier 1 altar for very long. So let's get up here. And put some of this stuff away if it'll all fit. Portable tank. And now I've got these full of blood. I'm not really sure what to do with them. These are full of blood too. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this here for now. There we go. And where is my configurator? Uh-oh. What have I done with my configurator? Oh, yeah. There's something else I ought to talk about. What time is it? It's getting dark, but it's not dark yet. When I was trying to find a new location, I explored along this coast a little bit, and I found something interesting that if I had had some forethought, I could have made use of, but honestly, it's fine. So over here, I found this little ravine, and this may be a little bit harder. No, that's not it. It's right over here somewhere. Oh, where did you go? Maybe. Well, okay, I'm just going to tell you. I found a skeleton spawner, and it was right over here somewhere. And it was very close to the surface. There was just an opening leading down to it. And I cleaned out the chests and dropped some torches and just kind of left it alone. If I had wanted to, I could have set up an EXP machine that would have produced like bones and arrows and all the stuff that you get from skeletons. But I do that in vanilla a lot, and I didn't want to make this about that. I'm trying to keep this a mod pack series and not a vanilla series. When I finish with Hypovolemia, I may do a vanilla series and see if there's any interest in that, but that's going to be later. But anyway, that's where the shotgun parts came from. Was from the skeleton spawner. And I have no, there's my configurator. Okay. And see how, I don't know if you saw that real quick, but see how it keeps changing, how much energy it has? I was holding it once when I died. I had, when I was first setting up this base, just after I'd finished the quest where you get the configurator, a baby zombie came into my base before I had it fully secured and knocked me into my lava pit there and killed me. And when I came back and got my stuff back and emptied out my skeleton, I found that the configurator now has this weird bug where it can't quite decide how much energy it's got in it. And it's part of that. I mentioned this in another video. I'm not sure if that's one of the ones that I've canned or not. But basically everything you're holding that has durability takes a durability hit when you die. And while technically this is not really durability, that's supposed to be energy, but this is set up in such a way that it doesn't drain energy when you use it. That, you know, now it's got this weird bug. So anyway. All right, I am going to sleep again. And I think we're going to call the episode there. And I'm going to get back to playing after I edit this video together. So thank you for watching. I hope people aren't too disappointed that the change in direction. I mean, I'm still playing Hypovolemia. It may look like I lost a little bit of progress, but I'll be more enthusiastic about it, I think. And I think you'll enjoy the videos more than the other ones that I had recorded. So thank you for watching. I hope you like this. Throw a like on the video if you're so inclined. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And throw any comments or questions out there on YouTube if you have them, and I'll try to get to them. This is Arturio Emerys signing out.